Okay, we're going to be doing the events section. You can see that there's no events listed, so there's none on the menu. Once we put something there, the menu will be populated with the item. I'm going to go ahead and type in a title for our first event, and then date as well. You'll notice that there is a checkbox that says, is this event the main ceremony? I'm going to need that in case this is the actual wedding event, so it will show up, the date will show up in different places. I'm just going to type in 1060 West Addison, which is Wrigley Field in Chicago. Just a kind of example of how this thing works. That address will tie directly into Google Maps. So the phone number can be a minimum of 10 characters. It could be dashes and parentheses as well. Casual dining is just kind of like whatever attire you're going to use. I'm actually going to type in something for, let's say if they're going to have some food as an example for the message. Okay. Now you're going to see that events is relevant and it shows up in our list, and you can see that now we can see the section of events now that there is something there. And as you can see, Google Maps found the address, and we'll go on and add a new event. And let's just say that the next event is at the Arizona Biltmore. And select the date and time. And let's make this our main event. This is the actual ceremony, hypothetically. So it will be showing up in other places. Once again, the phone number, minimum 10 characters, dashes, periods, parentheses are all okay. Whatever they're going to wear. And I'm going to go ahead and type in HTML, they call it an unordered list. And that opens and closes with a tag of UL. It's just how HTML is done. It formats really nice. You'll be able to see the result here in a second. And you don't have to type this in. You don't have to know HTML. It just works. Makes it look a little nicer. So I'm just typing in the line items now. Looks like I spelled the closing one wrong, IL, but luckily HTML is rather forgiving. It's UL, and then close UL will open it, and then LI open, and then LI close will close them. So as you can see, I'll go to the second event, and there's your menu just in an unordered list, and there's of course the Biltmore on the map. And this is the time that I went ahead and said this is the main ceremony. As you can see, time and date are now relevant, and they're going to be positioned in those different places where we need them. If you check a whole bunch of different ceremonies, it's only going to get the last one. So keep in mind, just only click is this the main event ceremony for the actual ceremony. And I'm just going to do a quick update, just kind of show you how easy it is to modify an event. No big deal, really. This is the same kind of modifications all the other sections of this app work with. Very similar. Okay, so now we have a modification. And as you can see, all those changes are now up to date. We didn't have to refresh the page. Everything's fine. All right. Now I'm going to show you, here's what I did, what we just typed in. This is what I've been submitting. This is the data. It's called JSON. JSON. Now, JSON, it's tough to read when it's like this, but if you want to save it, and you can always format it on a website like this, and then you can kind of see it's a little more readable. Here's all the event details we've been typing in, and you can disregard the element number that gets generated for the application's usage only. But let's say you want to not lose your work, or if you want to just make sure you have a little of this saved, go ahead and always right-click and save current events and data, and then you can basically have a backup in case something ever happens, and it makes things a little easier in case of emergency. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these events. I'm going to show you how easy it is. Now I've got one. Now I'm going to remove the last one. And as you can see, events will now be gone from the website since I deleted everything. And lucky for me, I saved that, and I can always post it right back in.